Hey, it's Scott Barrett, and welcome back to The Burning Truth, where we break down all the biggest action in the world of wrestling. And tonight, just days before Vengeance Day, last night actually, NXT turned everything upside down. I say tonight because I've literally just finished watching the episode. And what do I want to talk about in this video? So Ricky Starks is here. Oh, cup of tea. Get yourself a cup of tea. Ricky Starks is here, so we'll definitely talk about that. Cora Jade has snuck into the NXT Women's Championship match. Tony D'Angelo barely survived a steel cage war. Only then to get attacked by Shawn Spears and his goons. So we'll definitely get into that. Trick Williams and Eddy Thorpe, that's finally been made official. We're having a strap match at Vengeance Day on Saturday night. Really excited about that. They're going to beat the absolute life out of each other. And the card for Vengeance Day now has come together really quickly. You know, if you think about 5 matches, probably on a what I'm expecting to be a 2-hour PLE, I think genuinely really excited about Vengeance Day. There's some absolutely quality matches in there. And I think, I'm going to say it really early on, but Bayley is an absolute draw for this PLE that's coming up. I'm really excited about the whole thing. So let's get into it. As always, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Please help us do that by liking the video, subscribing, but also by sharing this wherever you talk about your wrestling online, because I know we all like to. So if you're on the X or Twitter or Twix or whatever we're calling it now, or Facebook or the Blue Sky or wherever you talk about your wrestling, let's give us a little share, please. And that would really do us a favor. Me and Matt, we love doing this and we want to do more. And the more shares we get, the more possible that becomes. So a lot to break down. Strap in. Hey, did you get it? Strap in. Hit that like button and let's go. Or LFG, as we're saying now, aren't we? Legends and Future Greats, or let's fucking go. Some of the reviews and the talk online is that this was at Center Stage in Atlanta. And it might have been, but it didn't feel like Center Stage, so I'm not sure. But WWE do such a good job now of making every arena look like the arena. I actually think they were in Orlando at the Performance Center. So let me know in the comments if I've got that right or wrong. But it was a high impact night. Obviously, we had that steel cage, huge surprise debut, major shake up, loads and loads and loads going on. The first thing I want to talk about, though, is Cora Jade shocked Bayley, got the win after a distraction. And the distraction was brilliant, right? So it was Roxanne Perez who came out to Bayley's original babyface theme in her old school Bayley hugger gear outfit and old school hugger Bayley, and was playing to the crowd and just distracted Bayley enough that she got out of the ring and started brawling where they got back in the ring, and Cora Jade got the win. And that was a surprise. I wasn't expecting Cora Jade to get the win, because from that then Ava came out, and that was another surprise, Ava in the arena as opposed to backstage. And Ava announced that the Women's Championship match at Vengeance Day now will be a fatal 4-way. So Giulia, Bayley, Roxanne Perez, and now Cora Jade as well. So Jade winning probably makes sense for the story. Yeah, I'm going to say. But does she really add to the match? I'm not sure. Does she add to the match? Yeah, not sure. We'll see when we watch it. But Giulia, Bayley, Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade's okay too. So I think it'll be a banger no matter. I think that the match itself will be an absolute banger. So really looking forward to that fatal 4-way. What else did we have? Oh, Ricky Starks appeared in the crowd, declaring he was the hottest free agent in wrestling, and he's here to shake up NXT. Classic Stark confidence. Ricky or Tony, I suppose. But classic Stark confidence. Who's going to be his first target? Not sure. Where do we go from here? Not sure. Ricky Starks, I'm aware of. Oh, I like that. Actually, I mean, mug went invisible. Ricky Starks, I'm aware of, but I haven't seen any of his work in AEW, really. I tend to think of myself as a WWE fan. I don't dislike AEW, but I tend to think of myself as a WWE fan, and therefore haven't seen much of his work. But I'm really excited to in NXT, because debut on this episode, and they made him feel like a big deal straight away, and that's good, right? That's what we want. We want new stars to feel like a big deal. So yeah, happy. Interested in what you think in the comments below. Who do you think Ricky Stark's first match will be? Are we going to save him for WrestleMania weekend? I think we've got Stand and Deliver. Or do we think we have him wrestle on NXT before then? And who's his first feud with? Looks like he's going to be a babyface. Maybe Ridge Holland for me. I mean, I strongly dislike Ridge Holland. However, he's sort of got nothing to do now. So maybe it's the right thing. What else did we have? I suppose it's probably time to talk about the steel cage match between Tony D'Angelo and Ridge Holland. I was just talking about Ridge, so we may as well. North American Championship match, men's, and underwhelming is the word I'm going to use. Underwhelming. Retained the North American Championship. Crowbar shot, couldn't keep D'Angelo down. He won with a spine buster, I think, in the end. Yeah, he did. He won with a spine buster. But that was only sort of half the story. The match was almost an afterthought, really. I didn't enjoy it. I do enjoy Tony D'Angelo's work for the most part, but I absolutely didn't enjoy this match. And I think it's probably just my a bit of bias, probably conscious bias at this point, because unconscious bias, get my words out, because I really don't get the Ridge Holland thing. And it's similar to how I feel about Damian Priest. I just don't get it. I'm not sure why we're pushing him. Yeah, so a bit disappointed with the match. It was post-match that it really kicked off, because what we had is Shawn Spears and his crew, if you like, attacking Tony D'Angelo. And I'm just going to check the name on this just to make sure I get it right. Yeah, so the Holland got into a brawl with Stacks and on his way out of the ring after the match, and that left D'Angelo in the ring with Izzy Dame and Rizzo, and that's when Shawn Spears and co started to walk towards the ring, and when that happened, Izzy Dame turned on Tony D'Angelo. Sorry, I'm getting my words out here. I'm just making sure I'm following this. So yeah, so Izzy Dame whacked Tony D'Angelo with the tire iron in the back, or the crowbar, whatever you want to call it, or in the might have been the lower back, almost his arse really. And then Shawn Spears and co got in the ring, beat him down, wouldn't let the other two of D'Angelo's family back in the ring, and Izzy Dame even gave Rizzo a choke slam for good measure as well. So it was a real beat down in the ring, and I think it's obvious at this point that Shawn Spears is coming for the North American Championship, and I'm here for it. Actually, I've been a fan of Shawn Spears for a long time, including his run as Ty Dillinger. I actually loved him as Ty Dillinger. I really liked that character. I liked the whole presentation. 10. But I get that things need to evolve, and he did his bit in AEW and then back to NXT. But I'm excited to see Tony D'Angelo and Shawn Spears. I'm excited to see the feud. I'm excited to see the match. And that's perfectly acceptable and much better than Ridge Holland being in the match or in the title picture, if you like. So quite happy. D'Angelo's reign, it's been middle of the road, I think, so far. So maybe Shawn Spears takes it off him and elevates the title, or maybe the Shawn Spears feud itself is the thing that elevates the title match and the title, etc. Because it needs something desperately. Notification on my phone there. Totally unrelated. I do not want to know what's on offer at Argos right now. What else do we got? We got Trick Williams accepting a strap match against Eddy Thorpe. We all know this was going to be the case, especially after last week when the strap match is the thing, or when Thorpe attacked Trick with the strap. And now it's been made official. Strap match of Vengeance Day. So Saturday night, we've got this huge strap match, grudge match, Trick Williams, Eddy Thorpe. and high stakes, high intensity. And what it really does is it just gives Trick Williams something to do before his rematch for the title, because we all know at some point we're going to get this rematch or this final one-on-one encounter between Obafemi and Trick Williams. And yeah, can't wait for it. But in the meantime, Trick Williams and Eddy Thorpe, high stakes, high intensity. I think this one could steal the show on Saturday, being totally honest with you. I do. What else is going on? New tag team title match set for Vengeance Day. So we're going to have the tag titles defended after Josh Briggs, and I'm sorry if I get this wrong, but Yoshiki Inamura won a tag team triple threat match. They beat Hank and Tank and the No Quarter Catch crew. And after that, Axiom and Nathan Frazier offered Briggs and Inamura a title shot at Vengeance Day. And yeah, it was the right thing to do. I did read that Briggs has been in a lot of tag teams, but I mean, I'm not aware of him from before. I've never heard of this Yoshiki Inamura before, so that'll bring really fresh energy for me. And I'm looking forward to seeing it. Yeah, so tag title match at Vengeance Day. I love tag team wrestling. If it's done well, it is one of the best forms of wrestling. So can't wait for that. What else have we got from last night's NXT? Heritage Cup. That's what I wanted to talk about. So Lexis King retained the Heritage Cup, and in my notes I've got here, but nobody cares. I don't think that's true though, to be fair. So Fandango or JDC, which I'm still not sure what that stands for. Maybe get that in the comments. But Fandango, for all intents and purposes, challenged Lexis King for the Heritage Cup, and these are under the new rules. So previously, this was an old school European round system where it was 2 out of 3 falls and rounds, 2-minute rounds. However, they've scrapped that now for the more familiar 1 fall to a finish for the Heritage Cup. And this is going to get a bit of grief, I think. I actually preferred this. And I preferred it because it felt like what we're familiar with on TV. And it didn't feel too complex for TV. And that's my problem with the old British round system for wrestling. It feels a little complex for what we're trying to do. And I know that boxers do rounds and UFC does rounds, and I get all that. I just prefer 1 fall to a finish. And maybe I'm alone in that. And if I am, fair dues, I'll hold my hands up. But for me, yeah, 1 fall to a finish works much, much better. And Lexis King got the win, as I said. He won with the coronation off the top ropes. The crowd wasn't really into it. And you could make an argument that stripping the cup of its format has made it feel completely pointless. But it was pointless anyway. I don't think they cared before the rule change. I think the reason they've done the rule change is to help people care about it and make the matches slightly more exciting. I don't think necessarily it's the format that made it feel, special, because I don't think it felt special anyway. What else happened on the show? Well, we had Nikita Lyons, Zaria, and Sol Rucker have a bit of an argument backstage, and that led to a match between Zaria and Nikita Lyons. Zaria got the win after a spear and then an F5. Solid match, short match, but a solid match. Apologies. I haven't finished my cup of tea though. Nikita Lyons is starting to look a little bit better now post-injury, and what I mean by Luke is in ring work, shaking off the ring rust a bit, I think. But Zaria and Sol Rucker feel a little bit underutilized. Let's be fair, they brought Zaria in as an absolute beast, and Sol Rucker's got one of the best finishes in pro wrestling. They chucked them together as a tag team. If there wasn't room for everyone, Zaria, Stephanie Vaquer, Giulia, why did we debut them all so close together? Maybe what we should have done is held off on Zaria or sent her somewhere else first. We've got this agreement with NXT. Maybe she could have gone there first. But hey, you live and learn. And when you think about the talent in that NXT women's division, it's absolutely stacked. It's the best women's division in wrestling. And we've got Jordynne Grace entering this division in the next few weeks. That is madness to me. Absolute madness. So we'll see where it all goes, I suppose. And that's pretty much all I've got for my notes. I suppose if I just go through the updated Vengeance Day card and maybe give some predictions. So Trick Williams and Eddy Thorpe in that strap match. I predicted a Trick Williams win there quite easily. I don't think we'll have a Heritage Cup match. We'll definitely get Axiom and Nathan Fraser, or Fraxium, defending the tag titles against Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. I think Fraxium keep the belts here. I can't see it coming off them. North American Championship, I think we might see Tony D'Angelo versus Shawn Spears, but we might not. They might hold off until the next PLE, maybe Stand and Deliver. So do I think we'll get Tony D'Angelo and Shawn Spears? Maybe, but it's not been confirmed. NXT Women's Championship is now confirmed. Giulia versus Bayley versus Roxanne Perez versus Cora Jade. And I think Giulia retains. I think that's maybe why they've put Cora Jade in the match, actually, because she can take the fall and not really lose anything. Roxanne Perez is on the verge of a huge main roster push. Bayley, obviously the veteran, doesn't want to take the fall. So, yeah, I think Cora Jade probably takes the pin there and Giulia gets the win. And then the main event is this triple threat match that I haven't actually talked about in the review, but we can talk about now. And this is Obafemi defending against Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. And these had a bit of a argy-bargy, a bit of a promo war battle in the ring. And Austin Theory and Grayson Waller even, had a bit of a tiff about who was going to become the next NXT champion. But I think my prediction is that Obafemi absolutely smashes him and wins this. And I think that's the right thing. Obafemi has to completely dominate, and then he has to face Trick Williams at Stand and Deliver. That's just where I am from it. That's what I think. And that's what this review is all about, right? You're watching because you want my opinion. And here I am giving it. You're welcome. Yeah. And I suppose, Ricky Starks, Bayley, Steel Cage, Trick Williams, tag team titles, Zaria. That's pretty much it for NXT this week. So another episode of the big NXT review. NXT just threw a massive wrench into Vengeance Day. Can't wait to see how it all plays out. But from now, I want to hear from you. So is Ricky Starks the next big NXT star? Did Cora Jade deserve women's title shot? Get in the comments below. And who's walking out of Vengeance Day with the gold? And again, I'll say, listen up. We are on the road for 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you love wrestling and want to help the channel grow, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, help us spread the word, share it wherever you talk about your wrestling, and let's try and build this community together, because that's what I want to do. We do a lot of live watch-alongs for PLEs, etc. now, and we've been getting some great interactions in the live chats, so we want everybody to join us when we do them, and we'll talk about wrestling together, because it's fun when you're not alone. So yeah, 1,000 subscribers, please like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, because it really makes a difference to us. And as always, stay hyped, stay wrestling, and we'll see you on the next episode of The Burning Truth. I haven't got something funny to say this time. Oh, that's disappointing. I think of something quick.